So we're breaking down Tom Petty's Free Falling today. A great song if you have a capo. You do need a capo on 3, but a great starter song for you. This is a simplified variation of it. I'll quick show you the simplified, and then I'll break it all down. So these are the 3 chords we'd need. The actual version does D, D sus4. It goes to an A chord. Now, I found it easier if we just play this as a D sus2 there. Makes it a little bit easier to play. You know, one less chord to learn right off the bat. And then later on, we can add the other one. All right. So as I said, D chord. Strumming these 4. D sus4 is just adding your pinky to that. Then you hit, in the next measure, another D sus4, back to D. So really, all you have to, after you've made a D chord, all you have to really do is pinky off, pinky on. And just practice it like this. No strumming. Same thing, if you've never played a D chord before, look at the fingers that I'm holding down to make that happen. So first, third, second. And then this good little trick my good friend Nick taught me is you press down, relax, press down, relax. Just doing that helps get it into your muscle memory. Then I would add that pinky to the same thing. Couple with the pinky, couple without. Pinky, without. And then see if you can do that. So after you've gone pinky, no pinky, you're going to have to lift up your middle finger. Same thing. Practice that movement. Also test it to make sure you're getting this note to ring out. So we got now, unlike Seven Nation Army, I think this is a pretty easy rhythm to count. It's got some 8th notes in it. It's got some held beats. But we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so let's do that. Measure only. We're going to do it on mutes. And 2 and 3 and 4. And so this is slow. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And back to mutes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now the other thing is if you don't want to count right away, which is legit and cool and fine, or as a student said the other day, real, at least hear that movement. Same thing with this next one. The next one is just da 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 da. I always try to get students to verbalize it. There's something about like having that sound come out of your mouth that helps you understand it better. Da 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 da. Because even if you can't strum right away, you easily can go da da da. Right? Most of us could go da da da. Now take that same rhythm and go da 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 da. So same thing with that first one. Da 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 da. All right. Oh, let's do just that second measure with mutes. And again, it'd be ta ta ta. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Da 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 da. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing and just get both of those measures together. We're going to start with our 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and dun dun dun. So we really get good at those changes, or that sound of that mute and rhythm. and 3 and 4 and da da da. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's it. That gives you the idea. All right, full speed is 70. Full speed is 85. We're going to go up to 70. Now, if you guys need the sheet music or want to support us, now, there's not the simplified version online. If you really want the simplified version, leave a comment below. I can post it online. I have the actual version online, but you would just have to supplement every time they go to the A chord with a D sus2. But buying our sheet music or becoming a member really helps support us to make more of these videos and write more sheet music for you guys. So sign up if it's something that would benefit you. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Cool. All right, we'll do 77. Kind of meet it in the middle. And 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, let's turn it up to 85. Again, you can kind of see why I like this song for newer students or new players. I gotta erase that word students from my brain. It's newer players that want to learn songs and music wherever. If you're learning on your own or if I'm teaching you, it's simplistic enough that you can just get going. I like it when a student can come in a couple weeks and play 3 songs. I think there's a sense of accomplishment that happens when you get to that part. And even though, everyone might not be a Tom Petty fan, I surely am. It's something they probably have heard on the radio once or twice, and it's not a boring happy birthday, which there's nothing wrong with learning happy birthday or Mary Had a Little Lamb, but kids want to rock generally, or students want to rock generally when they start learning. And that's kind of the idea behind this. Now, as you see, verse 1, it gets a little bit more complicated. We'll break that down too, but again, I wouldn't start somebody who's new on that right away. I'd be like, hey, we're going to spend a couple weeks on just getting these chords. Can we make these sound nice? Can we get that rhythm down? Can we learn to play with the song? Those are the things that matter right away. Then we work on the hard stuff. All right, full speed. We'll start with mutes again. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3. I mean, sweet. That's all we have to worry about on that. All right. So let's copy this tempo marker, and we're going to start learning this rhythm. I have a student that I started teaching like 4 or 5 months ago, and he's now ready to learn this part. And so it'd be good for me to break this down in a video and send it to him. Same thing for you guys. Good to break this stuff down and start learning, like, I don't know, a little syncopation, some down-up strumming, some of those basics. It's a good fundamental thing. Now, throughout the entire song, John does an amazing job of like mapping stuff out note for note. So kind of why I think our sheet music is better than most sheet music out there. We care enough to write everything note for note. Now, there's good and bad about that. I don't expect a student to play all these changes. I think you could look at them and be like, all right, I can copy a couple ideas from them, and then never have to look at this music again. You know, if you're playing it live, I guess. Oftentimes people come into the studio, they'll lay a track down. They're not thinking about, you know, all right, I played 2 16th note there, I played an 8th note there, that kind of stuff. But we do try to represent it as close to the album as possible, just for those reasons. You might listen to it and want to know exactly how it sounds. All right, that was a lot of rambling. So same chords, and they're falling on the same beat throughout, right? So we're still, the general idea is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and da da da. But now he puts a little bit of strum inside of each, so it'd be like down, up, down, down. Okay, so we're gonna go slow through this. I know I've kind of I've played this song for years now, and I've probably mixed around with the strum pattern a little bit, so I'll try to adhere to exactly how we have it written. So, and it might take me a little bit longer to break it down because of how I've learned it wrong, I guess would be the best way to say that. All right. So this first half of the measure is down, up, down, switch. I'll even say it to students that way. Down, up, down, switch. Down, up, down, switch. So you get this idea of... Now, I have some bad habits of rushing and not playing in time. So I'm going to calm my jets a little bit and just get that click going in, that 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 2 and let's hear how fast that would be with 60. 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 2 and... So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back and forth between 1 E. Oh no, I'm going to go 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 2 and. So just kind of like get that rhythm, give myself 2 beats off, give that rhythm 2 beats. Let's get that mute back though. 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 2 and 1 E and a 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and... Now that's really effective, especially in that part. It's a little bit difficult when we're starting on an up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Because you're really going to have to hear where 3 is, right? So you're skipping 3. See if I can count this at this speed. 4 and 3 E and 4 and E and 4 and So in my brain, you heard me do it actually 3 different ways. The first, and they all kind of worked for me. I played and said 3, so 3 E and 4 and all right, so I know where 3's at now. Then I took 3 away and I went E. I think I said 3, but I just didn't strum it. 3 E and 4 and 3 E and 4 and that just kind of helps me line up the rhythm, right? I'm giving 3 space, which it needs, but I'm not strumming. I'm not doing anything manipulating the time with my hands at all. It's 3 E and 4 and E and. Oh, and then the next time I went E and 4 and E and 4 and let's try it that way. It kind of seems to be most natural to me. So again, start with mute, and then we'll be on that D sus4. E and 4 and E and 4 and E and. That was on 3. 3 E and 4 and 3 E and 4 and E and 4 and E and 4 and if you've watched a couple of these videos, you kind of get the idea of how I want to do these. These are just great little exercises we're pulling out of the song. All of a sudden, we learn together, 20 to 30 songs. We become good musicians. We learn enough lessons through these all, as long as we're picking different stuff that's challenging us. And also not picking like stuff here or here, if you could see me point. I'm picking all these songs in the beginning to just be kind of like easy beginner songs. Something that you can master or get close to mastering at a newer level on any instrument. That's the ambition of what I'm doing and why I'm doing this that way. So right now, we're learning 16th note strum patterns, and that's a good thing to work on. And we're hearing where the metronome's landing on 3 E and 4 and E and 4 and 3 E and 4 and E and 4 and. Try to put that whole measure together. Again, I would start with mutes. I take away the mutes and then put in the chords. I got to remember that first measure, that first beat. 1, the 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and. 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 E and. To make the chord change though. Back to mutes. 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 and. Cool. Let's do the same thing with the second measure. So we'll do just the first half first. That kind of made it look weird. There we go. Maybe. See if that works. So I have my little drum track underneath, or regular size drum track. It's just nice. It's only going, because the beginning of the song is just hi-hats going 1 and 2 and 3, but it's nice to have that eighth note rhythm underneath. It'll be more fun if we get farther into the song, we have like the actual drum beat as well. All right, so this would be 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So not bad. Sets us up for some more strumming though. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So it might be hard right away for a lot of people to go. Now, at the same time, you do that enough, you're going to get really good at that movement. I would actually change that practice and go. Maybe let's slow that down. So, pinky on, pinky off, second finger off. That combination of strumming with your right hand while your left hand's moving is just something good to work on, though. And taking that rhythm out of there, I think, is a wise move. You can add it right back as soon as we're comfortable. Okay, back to the rhythm. One and two and one and two and. So now again on this next half of the measure, we're skipping that 3. So we're going 3, E end of 4, and E end of 4, and 3, E end of 4, and let's do it on a mute. 3, E end of 4, and 3, E end of 4, and. R. Whoa, couldn't count that out in my head. 3 up, down, down. 3 up, down, down. E up, down, down. Up, down, down. Up, down, down. Up, down, down. Some people would rather think in downs and ups, so that's how I would do that. End of 4 and 3, E end of 4 and. So now, all we have to do is put those all together. Now, instead of trying to do all 2 measures at once, I would do the first measure, get that down. I'd do the second measure, get that down, then put it all back together. Don't rush the process, right? It just allow yourself to learn what needs to be learned. All right, so that first measure, we'll do it on mutes. We'll do the same thing. Down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. So it's tricky, right? We just spent a lot of time on that second measure. Now I got to hear this one again. 2 and 3 E and 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and. I fell apart the minute I tried to put the chords in. 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and 4 and a 1 E and a 2 and 3. Sometimes you hear I slide that extra 16th note in, I'll go. So, just a bad habit I'm carrying over from how I've always played it. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, you could deviate as much as you want. I would always say, like, hey, learn it how it's written, and then if you put an extra 16th note in there while you're playing it, who cares? Nobody does. Two and three and a four and a down, up, down, down, three and four and a down. Same thing on the second measure. Start with mutes, and then we'll add our strum, our chords, I should say. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and a. One and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 and. So I'm not hearing that 3 well, so let's go back to mutes. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and da da da. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and. So really just giving enough space for that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 3 E and a and 3. So yeah, it's gonna be easy for me to rush that. Let's do a couple more, and we'll try to put the whole thing together. So I should probably do some mutes and count. And 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and a. And 3 E and a 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 E and a. Oftentimes I'm rushing that last part. All right, before I run out of time, see if I can put this whole thing together. Oh, wrong part. Down, up, down. So I probably have to count this all out. I'll do a couple without metronome, do a mute just so I can hear that rhythm, and then do it with the track. So it's down, or 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and 4 and a down, down, down. E and a 4 and 1. I do like how my brain went to a hybrid, right? Like the part that I need to count, 1 E and a 2, and I could have gone down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. I guess both would have worked for my brain. Let's see what happens. And 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 E and a. just jump right into it for some reason. 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and. So I'm really struggling. I'm rushing that, I think, every time. So what I'll have to do is just do some tracks of these on my own. And I kind of like to do that anyway. If I do these lives enough, you know, I kind of like get the idea in my brain and then set up a loop tracking session where I just, you know, do it 5 or 6 times in a row. Then I can kind of analyze, all right, well, I'm always rushing this third beat. Okay, work on that for 5 minutes, fix it, and then do some more tracking. Which I don't think I've released an acoustic one in a bit. I've done a couple drum ones, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's try. I got enough time for do a couple more. So let's try to get that mutes going with some counting and see if I can resolve that second measure that I'm rushing. 4 and a 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and a. That felt good. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and a. So I must be rushing the 1 and 2 and 3 and. Still can't get back into it, but that's okay. And 3 and 4 and. Yeah, you really hear it when, because the last part of the measure ends with that 4 and. Hear how slow that is. 4 and. Where I'm coming out of these 16th notes on that first measure. Yeah. So I'm just rushing that 8th note. All right, couple more. And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and. All right, felt good about that one at the end. So yeah, just coming from those 16th notes, you know, I have a terrible habit of wanting to rush all the time. So it's just something that I need to resolve, and it's good to do it in this capacity. All right, you guys have the rest of your day. Again, if you guys need this sheet music, or you know, even like, comment, anything that if you like us making these videos and you want to see more of them, liking, comment, subscribing, becoming a member at our website, anything like that helps us out immensely. So